Well, hello. I have some special kitchen utensils in my hand. Why? Because today, my little chickens, we're going to do some music notes via chocolate chip. Yeah, I didn't make it. Elizabeth Honer made it. I eat it. So, and I'll put up the recipe for you in case you want to do the same recipe. So, why do we have notes? What is the reason for notes? So that we can read as you would read a book, put notes down to communicate with each other. If you have a song, back in the olden days, we're talking about like 1,000 years ago, people would sing it to their family members and would pass down that way, and they came up with a system with different notes. And last week we talked a lot about the whole note. Okay, so notes are kind of like numbers. They go on and on and on. They really don't end. There's a word for that. You know what that word is? Are you saying it to the screen? Screen. Infinite. So that means they don't end. So we have the whole note, right? And that normally, most often, is a note that's 4 beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, a little carried away. So now if you want to note that in the most common time is half as long, you take that whole note and you'd put a stem on it. So here's your whole note. Okay, here's your whole note. And then I would put what we call a stem on it. So there's your half note. We're still going to count up to 4, but it's going to be 2 beats a piece. So you'd have to use 2 of these to make up one whole note. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your half note. Pretend that's a donut hole here. We're going to fill in some jelly in there. I like donuts. So that's a whole note. We have a whole pie, like a pizza pie, like you say in New Jersey. I call it a pizza. You guys call it pizza pie. Then you put a stem on it and it makes a half note, which is 2 beats long. So here's your whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your half note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it important to learn? Because if I open up a music book and I see a whole note in the most common time, I'm going to know how it sounds. In this case, the beats that it has, and then when we put it on these lines called a staff, then I'll know what note it is. So then I can play it or sing it or, hear it, right? So now this next one says whole note, that's half note. You know what this is, right? I filled it in. It's a quarter note, okay? And it's only 1 beat long. So in a whole pie, you would have how many quarter notes in a whole pie? 4. So it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm gonna get crazy. We went from a whole note, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, to a half note. Does it seem a little bit like math? And I'm not the greatest at math, but if I can do it, you can do it. Half note is 1, 2, 3, 4. A quarter note is 1, 2, 3, 4. You see this little flag? Ooh, they're really fun to draw. That's an eighth note. An eighth note is half of a quarter note. How many eighth notes would be in a whole pie then? Anybody say 8? So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And those would be eighth notes. We have 8 of them. To make this a little bit more understandable, we shall cut the pie. Are you ready? So come on over here. Let's clap that. That's a whole note, shall we? 1, 2, ready, go. Whole note, 2, 3, 4. Whole note, 2, 3, 4. Whole note, 2, 3, 4. Whole note, 2, 3. 3, 4. Sorry. Now it's time to make it into a half note. All right. Here's my half note, kind of, sort of. Let's see. I'm gonna use this little tool. Perhaps it'll be a little bit. I might just use my hands. Oh, it's coming. Half note, baby, yeah. Oh, your family might not want to have you use your hands, so do as I say and not as I do. Ooh, it's coming up. Okay, that one was good. Mommy. Oh, Sorry, am I don't have any glue? Just kidding. So here's my half note. I usually just like to eat things. It's the half note. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? There's your half note. What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna cut it again. This one? Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. She says, mm-hmm. Here we go. Look at that! Hallelujah! We've got, oh, by the way, how she just made cookie dough and put it into one of these little thingy-bobs. These little dishes.
Pie dish.
Sorry. I'm a little insecure in the kitchen. And then filled it up with it and put it in the oven and all that good stuff. Okay, so now we have, my friends, we have quarters of a whole pie. Quarter, 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 quarter. Pretty exciting. This whole thing is a whole. Take it half. And quarter, quarter. What's next? An eighth. I mean, this is exciting. So here I go with my challenge skills. This one's going to be like in quite a few parts now. Anyway, you see how I'm making eighths out of this? It's going to go in my mouth. Okay? 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You see that? And here's your little eighth note. You could do this with a waffle. You could do it with a pizza. I did it with a cookie because, you know, I'm 51 years old and I still want a cookie cake for my birthday because I'm a grown-up child. So let's review. This whole thing is a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You cut it in half. 1, 2. Wait, you should go. You read left to right just like you do on a book. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to fill it in. So these quarters here are worth 1 bead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our eighth note, see how it's an eighth of that? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now my little chickens. Have a great day.